For the second time in 3 years, we will not be able to watch the Bahamas Bowl, and the 2024 game may have marked the last season we will ever get to watch the game. The Bahamas Bowl was weird, it was quirky, and it was not always great football, but it was a historically significant bowl game. This is the story of the Bahamas Bowl. But before we get into this, if you enjoy college football content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, let me know what your favorite bowl game is in the comment section below. The history behind the Bahamas Bowl is a pretty interesting one when looking at other college football bowl games. While the first game would take place in 2014, the process of bringing the game to the Bahamas started all the way back in 2012. Leah Miller, the CEO of Complete Sports Management, decided to play a basketball game at the Atlantis Resort on Nassau's Paradise Island. The event would actually be a doubleheader. That would eventually turn into the Battle for Atlantis tournament, to my understanding, which is still played today. While preparing to create the basketball tournament, Miller needed to work to gain a crucial NCAA exemption for the Bahamas so Atlantis could host the tournament going forward. Working with Conference USA, they got the approval, and the Conference USA would be the conference linked to sponsoring the 2012 legislation for the year's event. While they were working on creating the basketball tournament, the idea of creating a football bowl game became the next idea. The only issue at the time was the NCAA had put a 3-year new bowl game moratorium in place starting for the 2011 season, but the desire to continue to expand bowl season was still there by many in the sport. Miller would go back to Conference USA to start putting together the process of starting a brand new bowl game, working with Conference USA Commissioner Britton Banowski. They added Richard Giannini to begin working out a plan to make the crazy bowl game idea work. The team continued to grow, adding multiple college conference administrators, and they would travel down to the Bahamas to meet with the Ministry of Tourism and the National Stadium Authority Bahamas. Bahamas was all in for the idea as they wanted to push tourism through sports, but the game matched up with their plans. The group continued to work with the Bahamas government officials in late 2012 and through most of 2013 to really get everything ironed out and a deal in place. Banowski worked on getting the game certified by the NCAA, as this would be the first bowl game played outside the US or Canada since 1937. The group also worked on securing a conference partner to play in the game as well. Hopes began to grow in 2013 when the NCAA announced that the NCAA was going to add bowl games again. If a game was certified, they would be added to the 6-year cycle starting in 2014. It looked like we were going to get a bowl game down in the Bahamas. The bowl was announced in Nassau as commissioners from Conference USA, the Mid-American Conference, Mountain West Conference, and Sunbelt Conference, along with a representative of the American Athletic Conference, were on hand for official announcements with the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, as well as the founder, Leah Miller. Banowski said at the announcement, "As we have learned with our other bowls, student athletes, coaches, and fans get excited about a great destination. It's hard to imagine a better destination than this wonderful country for a bowl game. We are thankful for the support of the Bahamas Minister of Tourism, and Leah Miller is providing not only a great venue, but a fantastic opportunity to show the hard work and dedication of our teams." While MAC Conference Commissioner Dr. John Steinbrecher wrote, "The Mid-American Conference is proud to partner with the creation of the Bahamas Bowl beginning in the 2014 season to feature the only bowl game outside the United States. This will truly be a one-of-its-kind bowl experience for our student athletes, coaches, and fans. The Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium will be a wonderful host venue. The accommodations with the Atlantis Resort will certainly be a destination to reward our football programs." American Athletic Conference Commissioner Mike Oresco said in a statement, "The Bahamas Bowl is an innovative event under excellent and experienced management that will be immediate success, will provide a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for our student athletes. We know that our fans will enjoy following their teams to one of the most popular travel destinations in the world, will enjoy watching them along with the national televised audience, in a high-quality game in a state-of-the-art stadium." A few months later, the game received its official certification to begin play that same year. In August of 2014, Popeyes was announced as the title sponsor of the game, which was the company's first sponsorship in college football. The first game would take place on Christmas Eve and was played between Western Kentucky from the Conference USA and Central Michigan from the MAC. Like I mentioned earlier, it became the first bowl game to be played outside the US and Canada since the 1937 Bacardi Bowl, which was played in Havana, Cuba. If you were a bowl organizer, you could not have asked for a better game, as Western Kentucky went up 49-14, but Central Michigan rallied with a 34-point comeback in the fourth quarter that included a lateral play as time expired. All Central Michigan needed to win the game was a 2-point conversion, but the pass was broken up and the Hilltoppers would win the first game. The game recorded an attendance of 13,422 people, in Robinson National Stadium and was aired on ESPN. As the Bahamas Bowl website wrote, the final series of plays captured the imagination of college football fans who saw countless replays on national and local TV and shared the crazy ending through social media outlets. Western Kentucky's Brennan Doughty threw for 486 yards and 5 touchdowns, while Central Michigan's Cooper Rush threw for 493 yards and an FBS record 7 touchdowns. The team set FBS Bowl records for most combined passing touchdowns with 12 and combined passing yards with 971. In 2015, ESPN would take ownership of the game, and Popeyes would sign a multi-year extension through 2017. Western Michigan would win their first bowl game in program history in 2015 when they beat Middle Tennessee 45-31 in the second ever Bahamas Bowl. In 2017, Ohio and UAB would play in front of a record crowd of 15,585 people at Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium in a game the Bobcats would win in dominant fashion 41-6. In 2018, Makers Wanted would be the name of the game title sponsor replacing Popeyes. Ed Smith, who was a college All-American, the first person from the Bahamas to be drafted by an NFL club and played 2 seasons for the Denver Broncos, was announced as a 2018 Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl honorary ambassador. That 2018 game would be another classic game as FIU beat Toledo 35-32. Jarrett Patterson would rush for a Bahama Bowl record 32 times for 173 yards and 2 touchdowns in 2019 to help Buffalo win their first bowl game in school history when they defeated Charlotte 31-9. Due to COVID, the 2020 game would be canceled, but the game returned on December 17, 2021 without a title sponsor. In 2022, the game would be sponsored by Hometown Lenders and would be decided on the final play of the game as UAB beat Miami 24-20. We would not get a Bahamas Bowl in 2023 as the game would be moved to UNC Charlotte's campus due to ongoing renovations at the stadium in Nassau. It would instead be called the famous Toastery Bowl, and the game would return in 2024 and was played in January for the first time in bowl history. The game would have less than 5,000 people in attendance as Buffalo defeated Liberty 26-7. That looks like it may be the last Bahamas Bowl ever. According to Awful Announcing, the game became social media fodder because the Flames head coach Jamie Chadwell was seen sporting a t-shirt that read Jesus won while his team was getting their teeth kicked in. In May, Matt Brown reported that the Bahamas Bowl was in serious trouble, and a few weeks later it was not announced during the 2025 Bowl lineup release. On3's Brent McMurphy then reported the game would not be held on the Bahamas this year, while ESPN put on a vague statement saying the Bahamas Bowl will not be played this season, but that the MAC and Conference USA tie-ins will be handled through other ESPN-owned games. Since June, there has been no real reporting on the game, and it's hard to see whether the game is actually coming back or not, but it seems unlikely. There are many great stories that come from the Bahamas Bowl, like how College Football Campus Tour walked right into the stadium with a suitcase, or the Reddit stories that have been posted over the years. While it was not always the greatest bowl game in the world, it was one of those games that was so weird that it was special and represented what makes bowl season feel so special. I know there's a sentiment these days that bowl season does not matter, but as a college football nut, I wholeheartedly disagree. What do you think? What is your favorite college football bowl game? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos YouTube thinks you will love right here. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.